Another day of market review. So just a quick one. So today was market holiday. So still you could like do a little trading. So like I did one, I have already a video on YouTube. You can check it. So normally what happened on holiday, they try to like take a high and they come back to the range, back again to the place where they start from. I mean, I've seen like this, up to now, but I have to do lots of back testing. But up to now, my observation is like normally they opened up, look, they opened up here. It was the new week opening up. So then Asia session, they created a high. And later on in London session, they try to take out those kind of highs or even the previous days, any kind of highs. And then what they do, they come back to the range. That's what I've observed up to now. I mean, we need to do back test anyways. So I'll do it from now on as I'm recording the videos. So what happened today? Basically, they came back to, this is the 1 hour gap. Okay. Yeah. So this is the 1 hour gap. I was observing it. So around 3 o'clock, they came back. 3 o'clock means London Open. They came back to the area, they struggle, and then they fell. So how do we know about it? We'll go to, you can see there is order block they created, whatever it is, even though you can trade from there. But I went to 15 minutes after that. I was a bit late with the trade, but it was nice, not bad. So here, so this is the 1 hour gap you can see. So then 15 minutes, what they did, they basically, look, this is the 3 o'clock in London Open here. Then they reached to that 1 hour gap here, exactly to the 50%, and then they little bit retraces. I was not there anyways. So when I came back to the chart, it was I think around here somewhere I found it. So then they went high, and then they looked this candle around 5 o'clock. It broke down, and then they inverted this bullish gap. You can see this bullish gap, and then later on they created another bearish gap. So when they created this bearish gap, yeah, here I think I found out like around 5:15 or something like that, or 5 o'clock. I was on the, yeah, 5 o'clock around that area. So they traded this bullish gap and they went back. So I was pretty confident that they should come back to the range back again. I was feeling like it. That's what I was trading. I said, okay, let me take a shot. So then if I go to, let's say, let me delete this 1 hour, you already understood that, we already understood that they came to the 1 hour, they actually closed underneath. So that's it, this 1 hour, we don't need it anymore. So this is the area we were looking, this gap. So yeah, so this gap we are looking. So then at that minute, let me take you to 1 minute, then it will be better. I don't know, where is it? I'm doing the video from the mobile phone. I can't be bothered to go to the computer back again. It's just like a quick one, don't worry. We'll understand. Look here. So yeah, so 5 o'clock, after 5 o'clock, sorry, where was it? There, I think. No, sorry, my trade was actually around this 6 o'clock area. This one was my trade. Because that one I missed it. Yeah, I came back around 5:32, something like that. So then they came back to the inside this 15 minutes gap. And this is the line. This is the SMT with the ES. If you see that pink line or whatever it is, purple line. So this one, sorry, purple line. I'm a little bit color blind, don't worry. So this line was basically the SMT with ES. So from there, when they shown weakness, they were already in the 15 minutes gap, and my trade was from there, maybe 24,895 or something like that, or maybe a little bit lower, even 93, something like that. Okay, and my stop loss was on the top of that. Sorry, no, I think this high or somewhere. I forgot actually. You can check it on YouTube. The trade is there. So anyways, this broke down and then was targeting the 15 minutes gap around this area. So if I go to 15 minutes, let me show you. Yeah, so this is the gap actually. The equal low, you can see it, look, the equal low. It was aligned with one of the 12th of February new day opening gap high and under this one, but then I couldn't actually waited that long. I said then I came out a little bit early. Anyways, that was the trade you could have done it. So let me show you a little bit. Yeah, I came out with this low. If you see this low, I came out exactly here, I think, because I couldn't because I had to go out. So just that's it. It was not a bad trade. So idea was from 1 hour gap, then 15 minutes inversion plus 15 minutes gap, then 1 minute they came back to that 15 minutes gap and they shown you sign of weakness, which is the ES SMT, and it was breaking down. And you have to have a prediction, like if you see another things, if I show you this candle, look here, 502 candle. 502 candle, it's shown you the sign of breaking down. Look, so they created a gap here. Which one was a breakaway gap? So they created two gaps. This is the breakaway gap and another gap. So normally, if this kind of situation happen with the breakdown, you have to take the trade from the first gap. If you miss that trade, that's what I'm observing. Actually, I'm in a learning process. I'm not a teaching or anything. Okay, so this is my observation. I'm just talking to myself. Okay, so if you get something from here, get it. I'm not teaching nobody. Okay, it's just my observation. I'm keeping my record because I need to improve my discipline. I'm not like a very disciplined trader as well. That's what I get funded. I lose my account again. I mean, I took payouts and then I lost accounts. So I'm in that process still. I'm not like a big profitable trader. I'm showing you trade. Don't think this way, okay? This is my observation. I'm just recording it for my record. If you watch it, you watch it. If you don't want to watch it, don't watch it. Don't have to be here. So it's just when I'm saying, don't think that, oh, I'm a big trader and I'm telling you what to do. No way. I don't need to lecture anybody. This is for me, okay? So yeah, what we are talking about when they create this kind of two gaps. So normally this gap, the first gap should enter from there. So that's what I would have done if I was there at that time. I was not there. So when they came back and given me SMT and then shown me weakness, so that are the area you could enter it. So what I was talking about, this candle here is 502 candle. They created, look, when they broke down, they created a little area there, BPR area. I love it. Look, from this area to this area, this kind of things I love it. This is a pure sign of breaking down from a good range. So where they were breaking down from the 1 hour. So and then they created a beautiful 15 minutes gap as well. And then they showed you that this kind of sign. What else you want? Nothing else we needed, isn't it? We need to have the conviction that as it is holiday, they taken out the Asian high. So now they're coming back. They already traded a 1 hour gap. They already created 15 minutes bearish gap. They already inverted a 15 minutes bullish gap. If we check it here, where is it? It's from mobile phone. It's very difficult. Anyways, they inverted this bullish gap. If you see it. So what else you need? Confirmation after confirmation after confirmation. And then if you want to say, oh, you are a order block trader, let's do order block as well. Let's say this was the last gap order block. Look here. This is the order block. The charge is finishing. Oh no, again. Okay. So this was the order block. And then you can say, oh, I didn't touch it. Because it didn't touch it, because there is a little gap there. You can see this volume imbalance there. I think for that reason they didn't touch it. If there is volume imbalance, normally observation again, they normally don't go to the top one. So That's why maybe they didn't touch it, but the trade was exactly there. So that's the good things about it. Let's go to 1 minute back again. Mamma mia, mamma mia. Here you go. Where is it? Yeah. So this area. The trade was exactly this area. Anyways, you could have targeted until the new week opening gap if you wanted to, but I didn't have time, so I just had to finish it around this area. So now, then what they did after that, I didn't know actually. I was not here because I didn't want to get involved today and for losing unnecessary money, and then I'll be upset. And just another day. So yeah, they later on they broke down. 9:30 open was there. They traded inside the back to new week opening gap, and then they came down, and then they actually closed around the new week opening gap. What happened? So that's it. So holiday trading, some sort of a high they will take it around London session, and hopefully they come back to the range. That should be our trading. So that's what I'm gonna remember as well. And definitely I'm gonna do more back testing. Then from there we'll understand that what else we need to add it to our holiday trading uh, style. So today they taken out Asia high. Sometimes they take out even previous New York session, some kind of a high as well, and then they come back to the range. So that's what I've observed up to now. So we'll do back testing later on. Okay. So up to now today, this is the observation. We can check it some of the prediction, like assumption, what could happen. So okay, forget about those lines now. We're done with that. So yeah, there is a gap here. I'm observing this one. So hopefully they come back here and then they fall. That should be my uh, thinking. But if they go up, we'll see. Because they are in like this is the low. They can come. But another thing is we have to observe. If we go to 4 hours, that is another thing we need to keep in our head as well. Look, so they are inside this gap. If you see, there is a gap there. So they traded this gap and then they bounce back. So now the question is that will they come back to this area? Because they left this gap they already traded it on last Friday, I think. Yeah, Friday they already traded this up to there because they came back to the range. I don't know if you remember it, when I told you that, there is like a weekly range. Let me quickly, this one I say it and then I finish it because I don't want to make a big video. So, weekly profile, what ICT always talk about. So let me show you previous week as well. So I think if you watch my previous some of the video, you should know. But let me do a little bit of bar to play, then you will understand better. Let's say if I cut it here, so this is the Friday, okay? So why I did it to show you that where the week opened previously. Look, Monday open. This is the weekly profile I'm talking about. Okay, this is completely different from today. Shit, I don't need to see that. So this is the weekly open, Monday open. So look, they will create what it will do. They will do accumulation, isn't it? So weekly profile, ICT weekly profile. They do Monday accumulation. Tuesday, they do manipulation. They take out, let's say, Monday high. What they did, taken out Monday high. Then they stayed in the range because there was, I think, CPI or something like that at the end of the week. So they didn't want it to go anywhere. So then Wednesday normally expansion, but what they did further manipulation and they did expansion and back to the range waited for, I don't know what was that day. Forgot. A Tuesday, Thursday, there was nothing, but then they fell like a train because they didn't do the expansion. So Monday accumulation, Tuesday they do manipulation, Wednesday they do expansion, then Thursday they do further expansion, and then Friday they come back to the range. What they did, they came back to the range, even though the data was saying like mixed data. I mean, if you see like the NFP data came out, no? It was not NFP, CPI data came out. I will talk about data later on because I'm I'm studying as well, so we'll know about it. So just weekly profile we need to remember, okay? So that is a very important things to me. At least I always like to see it. So then if you go to the previous week as well, look, see. So this is one of the things I want to say. I'll make a video about it maybe one day. So if you see my lines are too many, okay? So this is the previous week high, if you check it. Sorry, previous week opening price. So this is the opening price. So Monday, what they did? Accumulation. Tuesday, what they did? Taken out Monday's high, manipulation. Done, then they closed here. So then Wednesday, they did expansion. Thursday, they did further expansion. And Friday, what they did? Came back to the range. That's it, just to show you a little bit of these things, you know. We'll make a video about it and then we'll try to remember it. So that's the observation, because from the phone we cannot show it like that, okay? So that's all for today. I hope we understood a little bit of the holiday trading. So from tomorrow is regular trading. So they started already here and they're coming inside. Hopefully they fall, but how far they're gonna go up, let us observe and we'll see around the time. All right, take care until tomorrow. Have a nice time.